Attention deficit hyperactivity disorder in children is a mental health condition that causes a number of problems. Some of these problems are trouble paying attention, being too active, and acting on impulse. If ADHD isn't treated, it can cause problems at work or school, low self-esteem, and other problems. What does ADHD burnout feel like? Burnout is when you feel tired physically, emotionally, or mentally. Burnout also makes us feel bad or worry about how well we do at work or school. It can be caused by ADHD that is not treated. What are the signs of burnout from ADHD? ADHD symptoms of burnout: not enough energy, exhaustion, not good enough, pain, irritability, feelings or upset, being negative. Before reaching a conclusion, it is advised to get an ADHD diagnosis or get an ADHD testing online. Are people with ADHD more likely to get tired of their jobs? Kids with ADHD disorder are much more likely to get burned out than kids who don't have ADHD. There is a tendency to overcompensate, which comes from feeling like you're not good enough your whole life and makes you try to do more than you can do. Without a sense of personal limits, an adult with ADHD will take on more and more tasks. This, along with a sense of guilt about taking a break, will lead to burnout, which is a dead end. Why do people with ADHD get tired? When a child with ADHD disability has to work twice as hard to keep up with his or her peers, but still gets in trouble for not trying hard enough, the low sense of self-worth starts early on. When they become adults and get a job, they tend to take on more work and say yes to more activities. This is because they finally feel accepted, and by doing more, they can keep feeling that way. Adults with ADHD syndrome keep going until they run out of energy and start to feel burned out. This is because they feel selfish when it comes to taking time for themselves. The cycle of burnout in ADHD. Burnout usually makes people quit, give up, or quit trying, and it can also make them physically tired. Then the cycle starts all over again. At first, there is a rush of hyperfixation along with routine procrastination, self-medication, guilt and neglect, paralysis, and finally giving up whatever the project was. The cycle starts all over again when the next activity or job becomes so interesting that the person can't stop thinking about it. How do you recover from ADHD burnout? Like many other illnesses, burnout needs to be recognized in order to come up with solutions. After getting your ADHD testing done, do these things as a part of your ADHD treatment. Ask for help. Instead of pushing through burnout, talk to your boss and coworkers about how they can help you. Someone else might be able to help you with a project you haven't started yet. Or maybe you can make a work schedule that is easier to handle. No matter what you're having trouble with, if you don't ask for help, you're not likely to get it. Parent-mediated therapy. The biggest benefit of the parent-mediated therapy program is that the child starts applying skills learned in therapy to solve everyday problems. With time, the child becomes confident of solving new challenges on their own. This makes them less dependent on their caregivers and improves their overall quality of life. Say no. You don't have to agree to everything. Think carefully about what you agree to, and don't be hard on yourself if no feels like the better answer for your health and happiness. Decompress. Take a break and come up with ways to deal with stress that you can use both at work and when you're not there. Self-care is when you think about what makes you feel rested and calm, and then you do more of that. Most important, be kind to yourself. Self-compassion is important, especially when you're having a bad day. Practice gratitude to train your mind to look for the good in bad situations. Relationships should be your top priority. If you do nothing else, make time to grow your personal connections. Dr. McLean says, at the end of the day, it's all about putting your people first. Your family, friends, and coworkers can help you feel closer to your values and give you a chance to take a deep breath and start over. They will also be there for you when things are hard.